Alex Jones, folks. Alex motherfucking Jones. Remember, who got absolutely destroyed, dumpstered by a HasanAbi head lawyer who was defending the family, one family in particular, of Sandy Hook parents whose kid died in a tragic massacre in Sandy Hook many years ago, which Alex Jones made a killing off of just basically lying and saying that Sandy Hook was staged. And then his fan and his psychotic stands went and made their life a living hell. So Alex Jones is getting owned in more ways than one. $49 or $41 million in awards were given to that one family, and there's multiple lawsuits that are still pending at this moment. There's a bankruptcy court case that's happening as well simultaneously to figure out exactly how much money Alex Jones has so that they can figure out the appropriate punitive damages. However, there's one other way that Alex Jones is getting owned. He's getting owned by the FBI, the federal government, as a matter of fact. Alex Jones is getting absolutely dumpstered, shitted on by the federal government. The January 6th committee had asked Alex Jones about his involvement and text messages that they wanted from him for January 6th. And of course, Alex Jones was not giving the J6 committee any of that information. Well, doesn't matter, because in the prior court case that we were talking about, in the defamation suit and the awards trial that took place, Alex Jones's team of incredible crackpot lawyers decided to hand over all of Alex Jones's communication willingly to the other side and never even maintained that was privileged information. Now the J6 committee has access to said text messages.
The Select Committee ended up getting these texts.
Yeah, so they came to light during that defamation trial last week, and at the time, the attorney representing the plaintiffs for the Sandy Hook parents said that after he disclosed in court that he had obtained these messages, the committee had expressed interest in wanting them, and that he was inclined to turn them over, barring a ruling from the judge that prevented him from doing so. On Friday, the judge said she was not going to stand in the way between Congress and those text messages, and now we're learning that they have been turned over by that Sandy Hook plaintiff team to the January 6th committee.
Why did they want these text messages? Yeah. Talk to us about Alex Jones' role potentially in the events around January 6th.
Yeah, they're very interested in Alex Jones, and this is because he was at the Capitol on January 6th. You know, he was seen on camera riling up protesters. He was a big person pushing the idea that the election was potentially stolen from Trump. Obviously, that's not true. And so the committee has expressed significant interest in talking to Alex Jones. They actually did talk to him, but he said on his show that he claimed the fifth more than 100 times. And so now they're going to see those text messages, and I think a lot more is going to be illuminated to them, because obviously Jones was not cooperating very much with the committee.
We don't know exactly what's in these text messages yet, but do we know who he was
Hate to see it, folks.
Texting?
Hate to see a good man get absolutely owned like this. Just kidding. I don't hate to see it. This is fucking awesome, okay? He deserves it all the way. You rarely ever see karmic justice of this variety take place so wonderfully, so poetically, okay? And I am, I love that. I'm very fond of that. Good show. What a bloody good show. Would the FBI not have had the ability to hack his phone already in place? I mean, I don't know if they fucking do that sort of thing, but I mean, I know that they do that sort of thing. I don't know if they would care enough to do that sort of thing to Alex Jones. You know what I mean? Not legally, yeah. Praying that a lot of those Alex Jones Red Scare texts get leaked. Oh, that would be so sick. Or Glenn Greenwald. Or numerous other people like Roger Stone. Apparently they were talking about like how Roger Stone likes to get cucked. There is so much that we can fucking learn from those text messages. I am of the mindset that is absolutely a matter of public interest. We must learn the treasure trove of data. We must learn more about what the fuck is going on in Alex Jones's phone, okay? We need it. We need to know. The people of the United States of America need to fucking know exactly what the hell was going on in Alex Jones's phone, okay?
We don't know anything really outside of the fact that those have been turned over to the January 6th committee. But, you know, Alex Jones is a major star in right-wing media. So it would not be surprising if there are text messages between, you know, him and top players in that world in Trump's orbit. And he would boast that he did know about, you know, different inner workings of the White House and what was going to be happening. So it's very likely and possible he had some contact with Trump's orbit. We'll find out more coming up.
Yeah, we'll see if there are any new revelations.
Waiting for Hasan. What will he do when he's live? Is he gonna come He can't